back to another week of JW basketball training. What we're going to work on this week is basketball warm-ups and basketball ball handling drills. When you guys do shooting, you do warm-ups and shooting, and there's warm-ups that you need in ball handling or dribbling the basketball also. So we'll show one of those techniques today that will be really helpful for guards as well as power forwards, centers, small guards, small forwards as well. This technique that we're going to work on today has to do with dribbling low to the ground. All right, there gets situations in games where if you guys lose the ball, or any of us lose the ball in a game situation, say the ball dribbles off your feet or the ball goes low, we automatically have a tendency to pick the ball up with two hands. All right, once you pick the ball up with two hands, you can't dribble the ball anymore. You try to dribble it again, what happens? They call it double dribble on you. You want to try to alleviate that. You want to get in situations in games where you're as controlled or under control or as comfortable as possible. All right, so this is a real game situation that might happen in a game. All right, so we'll replay again. We drop the ball low. Once the ball goes too low for us to comfortably dribble the ball, we pick it up with two hands. So we pick the ball up with two hands when we're not comfortable dribbling it in a low situation. All right, what you want to do, everything when you dribble, it comes off your fingertips. All right, fingertip dribbles. Very, very important, especially when you're dribbling the ball low. In a low situation, when you dribble through, especially here, everything is on the fingertips when you dribble. All right, if you can see my hand, I dribble with the fingertips the whole time. All right, higher dribbles, you use more of the hand on the higher dribble. On a low dribble, everything you dribble with is on the fingertips. All right, especially these situations. Here, all right, crucial. I'm dribbling that low, especially when you guys want to get in situations where you can dribble the ball for low periods of time and for long periods of time. For instance, here, through, back, in and out, these areas. Here, and through, all right? Crucial, drop, bounce. All right, drop bounce is a situation where you can dribble the ball or try to dribble it at its low point. You want to let the ball bounce, and as the ball is bouncing, you want to let it get to a low point or an uncomfortable point for you to dribble the ball. So it looks something like this. All right, high bounce, lower, lower, lower. Maybe something like this. All right, down, and all the way up. You want to try to keep the ball at that low point for as low as possible. It's training your muscles and it's training your fingers to dribble the ball in intense situations. If you can hold it there for as long a period of time, or as long as you can hold it at that low point, then you're going to become better and better and better the longer you can hold it there. I'm not saying in a real game situation you're going to dribble the ball this low for this long of a time. All right, but there might be a situation in the game where you come down, you're dribbling the ball pops off your foot, or somebody tries to go for a steal and you drop the ball. All right, you might have to do something like this and bounce back up. All right, if you're not comfortable enough doing that, then you're not going to be able to dribble the ball in a low situation like that. So you want to practice certain dribble drills that might happen in the game. Might not. But if it does happen, you'll definitely be ready for it. So let's try it again. You want to do ball drops on the right side and ball drops on the left side. Whether you're right-handed or left-handed, obviously, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be a better ball dropper on the right hand. So I work on the left hand a lot more, and vice versa, or reverse. If I'm a left-handed, or if you're a left-handed dribbler, you want to work on your right hand more, so you get balance on both sides. All right, so maybe you can do reps of these, all right, maybe 10 reps, and try to dribble the ball as long as possible, all right? You might try to dribble the ball for 5 seconds. If you get good at dribbling it 5 seconds at a slow point, then on your reps, as you get better, then you want to try to hold your dribbles at a slow point for longer periods of time. So maybe start 5 seconds, and then go to 10 seconds, and then 15, and so on. So you can get used to that low dribble and you get better at it. So let's try it again. Let the ball drop, and as it drops through, pick it up at its low point. This area, and then pop all the way up. All right. So I want to do 10 reps of that on the right side. Drop as low as possible, pick it up at a slow point, dribble it out, and then pop up. Same thing on the left side. We go left hand also. Maybe 15 reps on the left side for me. Okay, so let the ball drop. No point. Here. Keep it there for a while. Pop the ball all the way up. Alright? Keep in mind when you guys are doing these drills, it's very, very important that you try to throttle the move, or make sure you do the move as hard as possible. It's a waste of time if you try these moves and you're uncomfortable with the moves. You have to be very uncomfortable and to the point where the move or the practicing repetition of the move is intense enough where it's tiring and it's exhausting for you, okay? If I was to do a ball drop in my situation and I drop the ball here and I don't let the ball drop far enough, this is not challenging for me. Although it's pretty low, it's not challenging, all right? So I need the ball to be lower around that area. See, I couldn't pick it up that time. That's hard, all right? Or maybe I try to let the ball get here. That's hard for me, all right? And I really got to, or have to get to the point where I'm dribbling the ball and I'm forcing myself, and my forearms hurt right now because I'm really trying to stress drilling the ball that low. So I'm really trying to push myself when I do the drill. That's the difference right there. All the drills that you do, you have to push yourself on the drill. If you don't push yourself on the drill, or you don't do the drill to the point where it's hard for you, there's no need to do the drill because it's a waste of time. You guys are not going to play games 50%. The game's going to be played at 100%. So all the reps that you do have to be at 100%. Or maybe do the rep at 150%. So when you have to do the game at 100% speed, it'll be easy for you. All great players do that. Remember that. All great players play harder or practice harder. Or practice at the rate that they're going to play in. Or even harder than that. All right? All the drills that you do, the reps that you do, have to be game speed, so your muscles will remember what you're doing. If you don't do them at game speed, then when you have to do them when it really counts, it's not going to work for you, okay? So make sure when you're doing these drills, you try to push yourself and get it to the point where the drills are really hard for you. And once you get to that point where you master them when they're difficult, then you're actually becoming better at the reps, you're becoming better at practice, you're becoming a better basketball player, and your moves will work in a real game situation. Especially you want to get to the point where you can dribble the ball in low areas, all right, or quick dribbles, all right, or I call them not timed dribbles. So these dribbles are not consistent. This is a consistent dribble here, all right, timing. If you want to get to the point where defenses watch you and they don't know how your timing is, then the dribbles are different. So it might look something like this. Alright, that's off timing. It's that the dribble's not the same every time. Alright, especially if you want to go low dribble. You might take somebody high on a move and then back, push back, and through. Okay, the only way you get to those points where you can dribble high, dribble low, and you have control in those situations is you have to be able to master these types of dribbles in pressure situations. If you can master them in these pressure situations, the high dribbles will be easier for you, and then your muscle memory will take over in a real game situation where you may have to dribble that low, and you'll be comfortable doing it in a real game because you practice it like that. If you're not comfortable doing it in a real game and you don't practice these specific types of drills, then mentally and muscle memory wise, your muscles are not going to be used to what you're doing. So make sure you guys practice these on a consistent basis so you can have it when you really need it and when it really counts.